clear out the stuff on mine. Let's see. The green dice have the better chance, right?
Then the blue dice, yes.
Right. Just make sure how many dice can I roll. I can re-roll 3, so I will. Well, let's see. 2 of those green dice already have successes on them, so I should probably just roll 2 blue and a green, I think.
Yeah, that would probably
So
be
I'll
enough.
re-roll the green that has 2 advantage on it, and the blue dice that has a nothing, and the blue die that has advantage on it.
Okay.
Ah, crap.
I've emptied out the dice pool, so.
Alright.
Ha!
There we go.
There you go. So that is 9 points of damage.
That only leaves me with 1 advantage left at the end, too, which is not enough to do anything with.
Crap.
Just pass it along, or recover strain if you've actually used any.
No, I haven't, and I can just pass it along to the droid who acts next, but just gotta see what the damage does.
Okay, so he's taken his damage. Why in the world does it not? There we go. Okay. I now figured out why it looked like everybody hadn't been hit, because I haven't been hitting enter after putting the number in.
Oof.
That'll do it.
I just assumed that it saves it. Okay, droid's turn.
Alright.
Let me reset the difficulty, which is, again, 1 purple, upgraded once because of adversary, and with 2 ranged defense.
And the droid will aim, and the droid has no special abilities like I have, other than things that don't come into play. So just let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Cool. So cool.
Oh.
Droid really pays for itself.
I mean, there are abilities that I'll get later that allow me to reroll other people's stuff. I'm just not there
Right.
yet.
But for now, with just incredibly poor luck.
I mean, technically, I could be there since I'm at the bottom row of the chart, and at the end of the bottom row, you can get to the
Dedication.
No, I'm already. No, my chart goes like this, and dedication's over here in the upper middle.
Oh
No,
gosh, you also have a chart from hell too, huh?
no, I already did that. I've already done that, but I've reached the bottom of the chart too. But at the bottom, you have the special class.
Oh, special abilities.
Yeah, when you reach the bottom of the chart,
Class.
and then you jump down to do the big old 40, 50, whatever it is, and then all the stuff under it.
Yeah, you have to have the 2 bottom ones that are matched the line.
I've got all of them.
Okay, so yeah.
I've gone all the way down, crossed, went back up, unskipped things in the middle.
No. I'm just making sure you were aware of how it worked.
That's what I was trying to clarify. So I guess technically, Taryn and I can both get those because we're both smugglers at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It is their turn, right? The
Oh yeah, and I passed one on to Otho.
This guy is not a threat anymore. He's still alive, but he is no longer a threat. This guy drops his rifle and goes, I surrender.
It's not enough for Otho anymore, is it? I can see it in your eyes.
Well, not enough for either of you, isn't it? You're in a blind rage, and he's in a white rage for some reason.
Oh, so I'm in like white knuckle anger.
And it is Otho's turn.
Okay.
Let the hate
So,
you.
eh,
Strike him down.
so this guy, I'm guessing he doesn't have much melee defense anymore, right?
He's still wearing armor,
Hmm.
which
But,
would still affect any attack against him. But if you are trying to just coup de grace them,
Pretty much. But specifically using the harm side of the heal harm force power.
okay. Okay, so that's different.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a very long time since I've used that, so remind me.
Yeah.
Is it just a
Um,
straight hard discipline check, or do you actually go against their?
Spend a force to inflict a number of wounds equal to intellect, ignoring soak on an engaged living target.
Okay, so because it's engaged living target, it would technically be 2 difficulty.
Okay.
Are you trying to get both of them? No, you can't with one
No.
because it says
And
unless you
just
have the upgrade.
yeah, and just the metagame a little bit. Would 3 damage through soak be enough to do him in or not?
The guy that surrendered or the guy that is collapsed?
The guy on the ground.
For sure.
Okay, then yeah, that's what's going to be done.
Now you still roll.
Yes.
You roll a discipline check. It is going to be, the adversary doesn't take effect, and his melee defense doesn't take effect. Neither does his range defense because, well, his range defense would still affect it. But go ahead, and the dice pool is set. You can make your discipline check. Make sure you roll your force rating with it.
Ah, yes. Forgot about that. And I got 2 dice passed on by an ally, so that's pretty neat. Okay, no, you know what? Using Dark Force dice is pretty thematic.
So
Let's
take
take
2
it.
strain and spend a light side destiny point.
Okay. So yeah, pretty much as the guy kind of slumps down.
So
she just.
I kind of thematically see heal harm as on the harm side is you are just basically crushing their internal organs.
Okay, yeah.
What Mace did to Grievous.
Yep, it's protect, unleash. That is the lightning.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah.
Yeah, she would. Yeah,
So
pretty
you just
much.
kind of and you do this and you just see his body just contort in pain and then just relaxes in death.
Yep. And she's like actually breathing extremely heavily at this point.
Your lightsaber's still lit, right? So you basically, I could just see this. All right. Okay. The guy who surrendered runs away.
Understandable.
Fear. But it's not his turn. So he is going to run, but it is Terran's turn. He has
a little out of luck. Well, I guess as it comes down to it, I'm still not feeling very happy because, well, I think as soon as anyone hears about this, things aren't going to go well for me. So as he's literally turning, Terran will, as a good smuggler does, shoot him in the back.
Shoot him in the back.
So I got my extra aim here. Just gonna do that for a good old time's sake, and when you're ready, I'll hit the button.
Okay, he is still at short distance. But he does have yeah. I'm gonna give you 3 boost dice to show that he's not resistant or resisting.
Mm-hmm.
The dice pool is set. Go ahead and roll.
Let's do it. just barely hit for 11, but that is quite a lot of extra advantage there. I'm going to hoover up 3 of those just for strain, but the other 3 can be the crit that gets them.
Yeah, he's dead. He is dead. Okay. Just so everyone is aware, your characters wouldn't really be aware per se.
Y'all died 15 years ago. This is a whole.
What? It's all a
That
dream.
that conflict that Otho just spent or incurred took his morality past the dark side threshold.
I thought he was a Sith.
Woo.
She thought she was.
Oof.
Wait.
So that's sub 50, right?
Your morality was at 30.
Wow. Okay.
You are now at 29.
Oof.
So you no longer, yeah. You'll need to read those rules really quick, Otho.
I'm
Yeah.
just super confused about Otho altogether. It's like you're telling me I should be concerned that Otho, a Sith, is now on the dark side.
Don't you usually start at 50 though?
Yes, but you have done actually. I mean, we can talk about this, but you have been doing some dark things for most of this game, and I've been keeping track of it.
Flee those kids. We're never gonna forget about those kids.
Which ones?
The ones you sold spice to. The ones
Well,
with the orphanage. You know, on the other side of the wall. The wall that was also filled with kids.
That was never established to be in an orphanage. But like I'm trying to think of like what things.
This is not the first time you've killed a surrendered or helpless foe. You've done it on numerous occasions. There's been
There was the devil at the crossroads you sold your soul to for guitar skills.
no. But I mean, we can discuss it, but I think thematically it would be kind of cool that now you have officially crossed that line, and either you can choose to start redeeming yourself or whatever you want to do, right? So
One argues that you crossed into the dark side when you chose to be a Sith.
no.
Trust us,
No.
we're independents. We can be whatever we want, whenever we want.
Oh, I'm just saying, I've played Grey Jedi before, and I've played Shadow Jedi, and I've played all sorts of.
Anyways,
I only
so
deal in absolutes.
I think it would be kind of cool if right now, as you turn to face your companions, your eyes have changed colors, and you have this.
He's been infested by Gua'uld. Shoot him.
Okay, I
You
would say
fool!
that
You
one
have
thing.
blaster weapons, and I can deflect that.
I still got my old slug thrower.
Terran, however, is just going to PC this, and in as much rage as he is, he just kind of gives us a quick glance and like the disfiguring mark on your face. He's going to go ahead and pull out a stim pack and just toss it over to you. And the first thing that his translator has popped so far, aside from incomprehensible rage, is now clean yourself up a little bit.
I mean, it's not. This was a slug thrower that hit you that caused this gruesome injury. So
No,
this is
No, now you look like Jonah Hex.
yeah, no, like I had the thing that I thought it had torn a significant chunk out of this part of her face, and there's a lot of blood going down it right now.
yeah.
Yeah. The stim pack will at least heal 5, so it will stop the bleeding.
5, oh boy.
Yeah. How much are you down by?
It wasn't actually that much of a actual like hit point damage. It was just a nasty crit.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
I actually don't see it as bleeding so much as it just hit you in the cheek and yeah, so kind of like that. There's now this basically bullet stuck in your cheekbone.
Yeah.
Awesome
And
close little piercing.
Your eyes are now a
Bloodshot.
dark yellow
Yeah.
because of your dip down into the dark. The good
Mhm.
news is you will there's some upsides to this, but if you don't want that to happen, we can negotiate it. We can say that
Well-
you've changed, you've done some repentance or whatever you want to call it.
Hmm. Well, like, I don't know. I would assume that a lot of the wait, like which I'm just trying to remember the enemies that were explicitly surrendered that she did in.
Um,
Um
I
like
don't
in
remember exactly the uh the things that I did. I did this probably a month and a half ago when I don't actually remember the calculations I did to bring your morality down to a 30. So if you
Mhm.
want to discuss it, we can
Yeah.
discuss it, but I don't think we should necessarily take up game time
Yeah.
in discussing it. So
So tune in later for the Sid and Flea watch-along vlog where they rewatch all the old Star Wars videos to see where the calculations came from.
That's right, a 20-hour watch party, everyone.
Oh god, but that involves me listening to my own voice and looking at my own face, and that's horrifying.
Oh gosh, yeah, I know, right?
To be fair, it'd be a 10-hour watch-along.
Yeah.
so
Although you could listen to it in podcast form, and it's probably only like 5 hours.
I will say that I have a personal dislike of the conflict system because what technically should happen for doing this is you should take 10 conflict and then you
Mhm.
should roll a d10 to see how much dark side you would change, right? So if you roll a d10 right now, I'll show you
Okay.
how it in game works.
D10, take away that 30.
So you would take 10 conflict
Ooh.
Oh
or
boy.
10 morality for that.
I mean, the bonus side of that, though, is that you'd be notified every time it was happening. So you'd be able to change course on what you're doing.
Here, yeah, it has
Yeah.
like crept up on you, but I
Yeah,
mean, at least we
versus
knew where
being
you were going.
versus being
Mhm.
surprised.
I just assumed that he was paying attention to his morality, but again, I didn't make
Well,
that.
no. Like
full assumption.
I was unsure on what was actually, because it's a lot easier to see negative morality than it is positive morality. Like for example, throwing shit in for boss and rescuing him and doing other stuff like that.
Well, see, you have to do something completely selfless to earn morality back, right?
Okay.
So simply helping out a friend isn't it doesn't raise your morality because you are gaining from it as well.
We don't reward you for things we expect you to do.
Right.
Okay.
You have to go out of your way. Um, so things that um, earn you that is like if you were to donate a significant portion of your funds to build up a
Give all your money
an
to Goraz.
orphanage
That's all I'm hearing.
or go into 1,000,000 credits of debt to stop the Black Sun from enslaving an entire neighborhood of on Nar Shaddaa. Those are things that you do to raise your morality.
What's the negative to
Hmm.
being dark side?
The negative is that you lose a strain permanently, or it might be.
Ooh.
Is that all?
I
There's
think
some other
so.
stuff like for example, with the I think with the heal harm, you can only heal yourself now.
Yeah,
think so.
I would
on.
imagine there are restrictions like force power
I
usage.
mean, for a selfish
Yeah.
person, none of this means anything. Also, Otho is like a tower of strain, from what I recall. So, one strain.
She used to have more strain, but she respected now. Does not have as much strain.
Let's go over it, just because I think it would be
It's informative,
appropriate. Yeah.
Yeah.
especially if somebody skips this episode. Let's go to a future episode or something. That episode where like we invaded the world engine and like they try to jump ahead, no understanding of why
Yeah.
is suddenly dark side, despite the fact that she's a Sith.
So
Yes.
if a character's morality drops below 30, she has crossed the dark side threshold. At this point, she becomes a dark side force user. Being a dark side force user adds significant narrative effects to a character's ongoing story. These effects are usually determined by the GM or by the GM and player working together. Becoming a dark side force user also has several mechanical effects. The character generates force points using dark side results instead of light side, so it would no longer cost you 2 strain to use the dark
Yeah.
side pips. The character presence in the group alters the starting destiny point pool, meaning that you will always have at least one dark side extra. Does that
Okay.
make sense? So there, I'll start adding one dark
Mhm.
side to all of the destiny pools.
We usually roll heavy dark side anyway. I'm not really concerned.
The
Yeah.
character's strain threshold may decrease and wound threshold may increase.
Cool.
So you'll gain a wound, but you will lose a strain.
Ooh, strain's more valuable than wounds.
I mean, are you now looking at expansions that have is it grit? Is grit the strain one?
Yeah.
I mean, losing one
Yeah, grit was it.
and gaining a bunch of +2s is real. Sorry, I just
Okay,
always
yeah.
thought you were dark side anyway. So really, this is like
Not
a weird
explicitly.
moment.
Not
Yeah.
not explicitly.
Well, just knowing what the Sith Empire or the Sith are like, and knowing that you just finding out one day that you were a Sith, and it's like, okay, well, you're dark side then, and you're like,
Yeah, but
no, not yet.
there's also the significant point that she wasn't in the Empire at the time you knew her, and she actually did leave.
Well, I mean, I've only just met you. I just meant like an out of character aspect
Yeah.
of finding things out about your character. It's been like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay.
you're a good person with evil people doing apparently evil things.
We use our drug money to fund orphanages.
Well, no. We killed a lot of people, or had a lot of people end up get killed, so that we could make drug money.
Oh, right. We use our orphanage burning money to sell drugs.
Orphanage burning money. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Okay, so
All right.
you guys are standing here in this particular area. Are you going to
Continue discussing the ramifications of the moral quandaries that we've.
Yep, or you know,
Let's just wrap her head up with some gauze. Gonna kind of turn
okay,
to Taryn.
somebody
What are
needs
we
to
doing
make a
here again?
medicine check.
Does anybody have a toolkit?
I don't have medicine check.
All right.
I gave you a stim pack. Is that good enough?
Yeah.
You don't
just-
have to have any skill to make a medicine
Just
check.
impact right into the fucking face. And I'll do it myself.
So doing a medicine check on yourself increases the difficulty by 2. And
I'll do it. I got 2 dice.
Who's the smartest person?
I mean, I could just
2.
heal myself now that I've harmed that guy.
Well, it's true.
Or I could double or nothing medicine check you.
No, let me just heal myself to stop this bleeding, and we'll get this over with.
okay, it's still, yeah.
So now
Okay.
you succeed on dark side.
Yes.
Now he doesn't need to spend strain to use black
Dark
pipes.
Right,
Yeah.
but he would have to use strain to use light.
Yes.
Or opaque, as it actually is.
Yeah, it's circular. All right. So is the dice pool ready?
Yeah.
See, it's already working out for you.
Okay. You are able to heal yourself now. I believe it's equal to your intellect, or is it equal to your medicine? I can't remember.
sizzling sound with that heal because it's a bit more direct.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Oh, I was just saying, so there might be like a sizzling sound or something with this current healing. It's not as soothing as it was last time. It's just like, all right, let's get this out of the way.
It's going to leave a scar.
Of course.
Hey, you're well on your way to the old Republic style robo suits.
Don't worry about it.
To be honest, the Pog you have
Yeah,
practically
that's,
looks like
that's what
that
I was thinking.
already. Anyways, but it is going to cost you a strain as well
Ooh,
because of the threat.
breaking up a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
seriously?
breaking. No, it's not you. It's
Okay.
Fui. That's because I can see Fui's camera keeps starting to freeze every couple of seconds. So
That's
Shit.
good to hear that it's
All
not
right,
me.
Carl, done. Is that a bit better? It seems to be a little bit less chunky now. Did-
So, yeah,
we'll only find out when you freeze.
did we find out that the it's medicine? So I think it's your medicine plus the successes, or it could be intellect versus.
What
Uh,
I recall from back when I was doing it was number of successes based on a base. And I can't remember what the base was because I had
Heal
surgical talents and all this other shit.
Heal is a little bit different because you don't add a stim pack to it.
Heal and number of wounds equal to intellect from an engaged living creature.
But
Okay,
you're not married.
So what's your intellect? 4?
3.
Is that right? So you heal 4.
All right. Oh, yeah, because it's success. Okay. All right, that actually brings her down to 0 again. So doesn't have a nice time, but there you go.
I haven't really been watching the camera.
Take that off.
It's kind of
Yeah, you're still
Okay.
freezing every so often.
Oh,
I mean, it's not really affecting anything apparently. Wow, no, you are chunking it up, my friend. That is a slow motion head turn if I've ever seen one.
okay. There we go. For some reason, it connected to a different Wi-Fi for a moment, and I had to reset it.
Man, yeah, that's weird. Oh,
Yeah.
thanks, you're back.
Quite strange.
In
Yes.
full motion.
In 100% full motion.
Back from 10 frames a second.
It was cinematic, you see.
Oh yes.
All right. Well, I suppose we are marching on in, and I guess by the sounds of it, there aren't many more Black Sun to deal with.
Well, I assume we've made quite a ruckus here at the entrance.
A little bit.
All right, let's find who we're looking for. Let's get out of here.
Oh, we're looking for the guy.
Nothing on those bodies you want to take with you?
Holy
Oh,
something.
we'll get him on the way out.
Assuming we don't make a run for it.
No.
I like to make assumptions.
I do. I love making assumptions.
All right, so let's take a look at what's around here. Let's see if we can find the body of the person we're looking for.
Man, that's a lot like Hoth in here.
only because it's all.
Sometimes my jokes are just for me. Sorry.
Yep. Oh, I picked up on it too. I just didn't realize you were joking.
Do you like the little mini speeders where tokens are being dropped now?
Well, I mean, technically, I didn't draw this map.
Oh,
I
I know.
know
Like
it
they're just like
surprised
map
you.
features, but like this little hidden base area map just has like these two little mini speeders like parked off to the side.
Well, I mean, this is a SWTOR minimap.
Yeah, this is directly from Star Wars: The Old Republic. And this particular hallway is huge in game, so it's like it should be a lot.
Everywhere is big. It's SWTOR.
Yeah, so
Like-
It's an MMO.
You go onto the starship and it's like, what was this place designed for 50-foot tall people? What is going on in here?
So, as you are peering down this way, you are seeing a lot more people, and they have gun emplacements.
I mean, given from where these guys were, who knows? They could be Black Sun, they could not be.
I mean, do you guys really want to die? Is this what you're going for?
Take a look at macronoculars. Let's see who they are.
Don't do it. When you look at people, they explode. I mean,
Well-
I'm gonna throw my hands in the air and scream parlay.
There you go. Beat me to it.
Okay, so
I don't want to get gore-assed today.
you are seeing all of those down the hall. I'm not going to make you roll, but it's pretty evident to you that this group and this group were firing on this group.
The third and furthest group, correct?
I didn't see any pings.
There we go.
Oh yeah, if you're
So-
pinging like on the GM layer, then it would be invisible.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
I figured.
And unfortunately, I've had to zoom out. Well, that does not help me. I would say I had to zoom out so far to get as much as I could on the Roll20 on the streaming side that everything is so tall, small.
And then I forced the movement. So
Yeah.
okay, sorry. So yeah, there's this group here and here that are firing
fucking with me.
upon the humans that are back here. But they've all stopped firing and have now turned their guns around and are preparing to fire on you guys. They haven't yet.
I mean, I shouted parlay,
Yep.
which I'm assuming this French word works in Star Wars because everyone speaks weird languages.
because everybody speaks every language in Star Wars.
Yeah.
It doesn't really
Well,
matter.
not everybody. Some people don't understand binary.
It's true. They only don't understand a language when it is interesting to the story.
Yeah, like that little girl didn't understand Ewok.
Okay. Um,
Because I know we all
So-
watch the Ewok movies.
I've watched one Ewok movie. It was
There's
called
2 of them.
Return of the Jedi.
No, I'm talking about the Ewok Adventures. There's 2 Ewok Adventure movies.
Never seen any
Where
of them.
the family crash lands on, I guess it has to be Endor.
I'm really glad these gangsters are like entranced by your talk of Ewoks, a creature that hasn't even
Yeah.
been discovered yet.
I want to think that every time that we go into these little side conversations, it's happening in character. Like, we just
Yeah,
turn to each
exactly.
other and start having conversations. You guys didn't watch the
Oh.
Ewok movie?
Okay, so
anyway,
I don't believe they're real.
the Falleen has called for parley. The guns are still trained. They haven't fired, but they weren't firing before you called for parley either.
Right. By the 5th articles
what
of
do
the
we do
Black
now?
Sun, I call for parlay.
Who the hell's in charge over there?
So this Trandoshan, speaking in Trandoshan, says, what brings you here to interfere in our business?
We're looking for someone.
And who is this person?
James Henry McDonald's.
I don't know anybody by that name. Oops, sorry. Didn't
Well,
mean-
I don't know everybody that exists either.
Why? What? Well, go ahead and make a perception check. This can be a. Yeah, let's make this a group check. If you want. So you can basically call out who's gonna make the check and help them.
I have 5 cunning. No training. Perception is a cunning roll. I'm saying this so we can figure out who's making the actual roll.
I don't have anything good for perception.
I'm pretty good at perceptions. I'm the person who has eyes here, so guess I'm gonna roll it. I
You're
got
cunning
4 and
5.
2, so so I'll go ahead and give it a roll.
No, you said you
So
have 4 and
take
2?
2.
Oh, you mean you have 2 and 2?
Add 1 more blue to that, and add a boost as well.
Blue is the boost, isn't it?
Yes, add a blue die. Yeah,
All right, so 2 blue dice
and an extra green.
and extra green.
Actually, it was 1 blue dice, and extra green, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here we go. That is 6 successes. No
And,
advantage or disadvantage cumulatively.
He is afraid.
I like you guys around here on my planet.
So yeah. Anyways, he's trying to stop the murdering Sith from destroying them all.
I'm gonna lean into that then, recognizing this and go,
I mean, honestly, you have a security droid, a Wookiee, a Sith, and then the fallen guy who is obviously a smuggler of some.
Yeah.
and there are no
Some-
door guards anymore because we're standing here.
And you can guarantee that they all heard everything that was going on.
Oh, wait, aren't you
Oh,
on
yeah.
blind rage still, then? If you're seeing more Black Sun people?
I don't think I'm in a blind rage anymore, but I'm probably still a little angry for sure.
It's
You have
subsiding
stopped
exposure.
to do medicine checks, so technically you can roll a resilience or discipline check to remove strain as well.
I just mean that seeing a
Oh.
Black Sun guy made him
Wait,
flip out.
wait, I can heal strain as well?
Ooh, yeah.
So a discipline or resilience, whichever one's better. It's a
Okay.
simple check, so there's no difficulty or black or anything. You just roll it, and the number of advantages you get, or successes you get, determines how many strain.
Oh,
you remove.
sweet. All right,
I
let's
was-
rip it.
I was doing that as medicine checks.
Swing.
Medicine removes wounds.
No,
and
medicine also can
possibly
remove. Yeah.
strain.
Okay, so
But
strain.
so that actually,
Otho's like, chill, man.
No, Otho's like,
I mean, you gotta triumph on reducing
Yeah.
the strain. You don't feel any strain, man. You're like strain
Well,
free.
it reduces the strain by 3,
Mhm.
but he also can remove a wound, but he's already removed that.
Yeah.
So you can use that triumph to gain a significant advantage in this upcoming encounter if you want.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's already kind of given you an ability because of the fact that they've just seen this Sith come around the corner after.
How about if something ends up happening around here, like the central area? If something ends up happening, there is some significant cover that we can hide behind.
That doesn't really jive with the resilience check.
How about
How about there's a palpable aura
Alpha Aura of Dread?
of fear wafting off of you right now.
That works.
Yeah.
That works.
If you all remember in the Star Wars, the Old Republic, right? The Sith warriors, whenever they seethe, there's that red.
Yeah.
That's kind of what's going on with you. They just I mean, they can feel that.
Oh yeah, she's definitely fallen to the dark side.
All right,
Okay,
Don't
So-
say that out
so
loud.
leaning in,
I'm-
go for it.
Said
So yeah,
Tyler.
leaning in with now a backdrop of a seething Sith spilling dread throughout the room.
I just
I like you lot on my planet. Fuck your contract and get out of here before I change my mind. Got a busy day and I can't afford to spend all my time taking out all of you. Got other things I want to do.
Is your lightsaber still lit, Otho?
yes.
And this is ultimately a coercion check where I'm probably going to have to go back up and go, "Fee, you have way more willpower than I do."
Yeah. Coercion check is definitely something I should be doing.
I
Okay.
got one green dice.
So
I'm not scary. I'm a cuddly Wookiee.
they are hardened criminals, but they still only have an average willpower. So their discipline is only going to be it's basically going to be one purple and one red.
Okay.
You are going to get a significant number of boost dice, however, because
Okay.
dang.
Makes sense.
And
Yeah.
and I mean they do have a lot of people. So I'm gonna give a couple setback as well.
Sure. And let me know when I
Is
should
there
roll.
anything else you guys think should be added to this check?
I'm tossing him blue from assisting, but that's about it.
Do you want
That's
me to
all
put
else I
that
can
in?
think of. We got all the factors in our favor. Spend some force on it while you're at it. Upgrade this. It's
All
worth
right,
it. This is the
sure.
dramatic moment.
That sounds like the 20 minutes left suggestion.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, add some force into it. Sure, do it. Fuck it. Go.
How many are you spending?
1. Because some shit might happen where I might need one more in the last 20 minutes. Bam.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
All right.
It's success
I'll take it.
with advantage.
Yes. So just saying all that, and Tan's like going through all that stuff, and I was just there like, I don't have time for this. Get out now. There's the door. Pretty much to that effect. She doesn't have time for this shit.
Okay. Unless you want to spend the advantages on a different thing, they drop their weapons, leaving them for you to
Very
loot
cool.
and proceed to start walking towards you with their hands up.
All right, she is going to
Now,
sheath
keep in
her
mind,
lightsaber at that point.
the only exit that they can go other than through you is apparently not an option.
Right.
Okay.
So, I mean, this is acceptable behavior. Their hands are up. They've dropped their weapons. I have quick draw. We're watching them on their way out, but they can leave.
Okay. So unless anybody stops them, they disappear off the map.
And now I start a 20-person fight.
Little did they know the Porsche was rigged with explosives.
Oh, geez. It was mentioned last time, Skullduggery is the explosives trade. I should maybe start having some more.
Yeah.
Shame, like, you can't use it for, like, rocket launchers or something. Man, that stuff's cool.
I mean, if you wanted to build a rocket launcher,
Yeah, I could build one and then just, like, fail to use it. It's like,
and
oh,
slow
whoops, hit
battery.
my own face with it.
Okay. So you have eliminated the current threat to your piece. I'm assuming you walk forward towards these humans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do. We'll probably, like, meet them in the middle or something, and, Taryn, who's probably still huffing a little bit, will kind of go, are you a lot okay?
So as you come around the corner, you do start noticing these guys. And they all have their weapons drawn on you still. They're not threatening, but they're cautious, right? They're like,
They have no idea who the hell I am right now.
Yeah.
right. What they're saying is a Sith and a Wookiee and a Falleen with a security droid. They may be there to help them, but they probably have more assumptions that you're there to do nefarious things to them as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the hand at her side that it was unclenched.
What is what is Zool going to say here? This is a perfect opportunity for a
Negotiation.
non-threatening voice.
I mean, well, I'm glad those guys are gone. How about you?
Okay, go ahead and make a charm check. I'm gonna reduce the setback. You're not gonna. Oh, you're gonna get one setback because they are a little bit concerned. The difficulty is just gonna be average, and I'm gonna give you 2 boost dice because you did get them out of their current dilemma. Just to set the stage a little bit more, this room that you're currently in and the hallways back have shown significant damage due to grenades, blaster shots, slug throwers, that kind of stuff. So there is obvious signs that this fight has been going on for a very long time. There's bodies all over the place. There's a very real chance that it has taken days at this point.
Damn. Quite the siege.
Had out this long before they even got through the front door is kind of impressive.
Well, they're definitely down to their last.
Yeah.
Right. So go ahead and make your charm check. Let me make sure I'm not in one of the fields.
All right. I'm gonna tap 2 different abilities here. First off, Supreme Double or Nothing, or Ultimate Double or Nothing, whatever the highest level of my Double or Nothing is. I'm using it.
Big double or nothing.
And then the name of the other thing that I'm using is Clever Solution. So I am replacing
Your presence with cunning.
with Cunning, yep. So
Awesome.
additional 2 dice there. All right, and making a roll. And making the roll. And then I'm gonna use second chances because technically this is a different encounter.
It is.
I'm gonna re-roll the yellow and 1 green and 1 blue.
Okay. Let me clear the dice pool really quick. Okay, go for it.
All right, so now I have 8 successes, 4 advantage, and double triumph. Because I double everything now.
That's
Jeez.
great.
That's what double or nothing is.
Okay.
That'd be how to.
Wow.
They're gonna start a party for
Yeah, I come in and say, hey, glad those guys are gone. Finger guns, and they're like, yeah, this guy's awesome.
And so this person over here is Holly. And she lets out a squeal of delight and runs up runs. Why am I not? Oh, that runs up to Pauline and just throws her arms around you and gives you a huge hug.
Terry just kind of watches and stretches his arms. Like, you're welcome.
Midair spin, the whole 9 yards.
This Deveronian here comes forward. Everybody puts their weapons away, and and this Deveronian says, you guys are sure a sight for sore eyes. How'd you know we were needing help? Who sent you?
Turns out your friend here didn't pick up their shopping list.
What?
We just came to check. Turns out we have the same taste.
Yeah.
But seeing as how you're held up by the Black Sun, I couldn't just let that pass.
So he states how he has he's one of the bosses of the of the Black Sun, and he left them because he was disillusioned with their treatment of the people of Nar Shaddaa, and they were going against a negotiation that they had made with one of the local leaders, and so he sought out someone to help him, and he found Holly, and she put him up, but they weren't able to actually collect the armor for their Wookiee protector until it was too late. And you do see a Wookiee body amongst the
Oof.
deceased.
Just a little bit of a shiver.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Well, I guess it's good you dropped out of them. But hey, welcome to Nar Shaddaa then. I guess if you're looking to stick around and set up shop, could do worse being friends with us.
Well, I was hoping to gain an audience with the huts. They should be aware of what's going on. Can you help me arrange that?
Yeah, absolutely. I got at least a couple of connections I can pull. We can
Okay.
work something out together.
And Pauline's basically saying, or not Pauline, Holly is saying, says to you, and if you want that armor, it's the least I can do to repay your saving our lives.
I'd be grateful. Can't tell you how hard it is to hunt down that stuff. Shame
I
about your
understand.
friend, though.
So they take you to a different place that's less, littered with the dead.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and actually they probably would take you to a local cantina where you would
Celebrate.
celebrate.
Hey, having celebrations back to back, that's perfectly fine, I think.
So unless you specifically are saying otherwise, you can get completely inebriated. I will leave that up to you guys. Instead of making you roll. Is there anything you specifically want to accomplish in the last 7 minutes that we have?
Character and story wise, I think this is a great note. Mechanic wise, probably need to get a mechanic to actually do a check to do the mod add-ons, which is just 2 checks. Difficulty 3 and difficulty 4.
So Goraz will do that, and we'll take care of that after the right in between. So we don't need to take up actual game time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm all
Um,
settled. What about you two?
Um, just probably the fact that Otho's much broodier than she usually is. That'd probably be the main thing you could take away.
Mhm.
And that with a drink and such, she is actually trembling slightly at this point. So things are kind of rough right now.
Yeah, she's got a bit to think about now.
Yeah.
All right.
and Zul,
Can't hear
I
you.
think you're muted. Okay, I can see your green light going off.
Yeah.
Is your headset dead?
No, I'm good.
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
there you go.
Okay.
No, I said, it's funny because I said it's drinks and ladies, and Griff says cantina. And it's like, oh, they can hear me.
Nope, we haven't heard you for a
Nope.
while, apparently.
Oh, I haven't said anything in a while. No, that's it. Just drinks and ladies.
Now the question is,
All right.
do you add Holly to your conquest list of conquests?
Based. Do it.
Do I sleep
With-
with her? Yes. Do I add her to my list of conquests? No. That is very misogynistic. That's a weird thing to say.
Okay,
Zul is
I don't
a
know.
man of the ladies.
You're right. That is a terrible thing to say. You add her to your kill count.
he's a feministic lady killer. Anyways, I'm just giving
Yes.
you a hard time.
She's a
Okay.
long distance romance that will keep a tentative eye on, even if I never see her again, because people are vindictive if you sleep around.
Yeah, let's go ahead and wrap it up then. I'm gonna give you guys wow.
100.
No, not that much.
100 million points.
Let's
75.
give you 30 XP, 35 XP.
Oh,
Um,
that's a lot.
Yeah.
so we have 2 weeks. Well, next week, and then the following week is the week of Christmas, and then the week after that is the week of New Year's. Is that going to cause any problems for anybody?
Let me just check the dates, because unless it actually like lands,
It's the 23rd and the 30th.
no,
They're
that
all
should
good for
that
us,
that
or
that
for
shouldn't be a
me.
problem
I
for
mean,
me.
since all my Dutch's appointments have gotten really fucked up now, I got nothing. I'm
Okay.
still good as far as I know. Tentatively working day
Because
to day.
if we lose one other player, it would be really
Yeah.
hard to run.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So make sure that you let us know if there is a problem as soon as possible. Because yeah, it's
All right.
yeah. Anyways,
I guess real quick, at least a sign out for the stream. Been fun, and catch
Yeah.
y'all next time.
See ya.